only I had a better countdown. Oh, wait, I do!
Our impulses are being redirected. We are living in an artificially induced state of consciousness that resembles sleep.
Oh, goddamn hacker, that second time night that asshole's cut in.
All right, it's time to take a look at the events of the last week that is the Clown Show in 2024. Tonight on The Brothers Hack the Matrix. Welcome aboard for The Brothers Hack the Matrix. I am your host, JoesAtmosfere. And of course, alongside it, oh no, he's in vapor lock. Look out, folks. Look out. Hylunder is in vapor lock. Snap out of it, Dan. Snap out of it, bro. Oh, shit. He's making me work right at the gate. Special effects, rock and roll. What's up?
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you? Other than the schnoz overflowing, what
Yeah,
how you
well,
doing? What are you gonna do? That's life in chaos.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can siphon this stuff and contain it, put it in some containers, sell it to industrial places that use like you need grease for tracks or ain't got bearings. I mean, it's
all about ball bearings, man.
It's endless. It never stops. So can make some money on this.
How was your week?
We're busy, man. It's getting hot. So, 4th of July and blah, blah, blah. And so, we're busy. So
what did you do for the 4th? Were you working or?
I worked half a day and then I came home and I think I got home at about noon and put on the Patriot right off the top, bro.
Everybody whose last name is Rivers watches the Patriot first.
I tell you, Ray, I don't know what it is, but this year when I watched it, I was really moved by that thing. I don't know if it's the times that we're living in or whatever, but that movie is it's a great story.
It is
story of
our country. It's Roland Emmerich, and we're going to talk about that later on because I'm going to clue the folks into my Independence Day playlist. But Roland Emmerich is best known for destroying the world. as many times as he can, right? And I actually watched 2 Roland Emmerich movies on Independence Day. One of them called Independence Day. So, he made
He
that.
did that one too. I
Yeah,
didn't
he
see
did.
it.
He
I'm
did
not up on
that.
it.
He did 2012 with John Cusack, which I love.
Yeah, good
Woody
movie.
Harrelson's characters there at
Good movie.
Yellowstone when it goes off and
Good
everything.
movie. Good movie. Yeah.
The Day After Tomorrow's one of his too. He loves destroying the world. Bro.
Really?
Yeah. He loves
That's
destroying.
the ice storm, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very cool. Very
Yep.
cool.
All right, show the folks what they're really waiting for, man. The axe, bro.
Okay, so this is a brand new. My buddy Zach was making some room for his axes, and he asked me if I wanted this one. This is my first SG. It's an Epiphone SG.
Epiphone SG. Okay.
Got the P90s, Angus Young, Tony Iommi kind of thing, It's
Right.
got the old P90s in it, man. And I tracked with this yesterday, man. It's a nice little machine, really is. And they always say that it's neck heavy, it doesn't neck dive, and it sure as shit does. But it's fun to play. It's really light, so yeah, that's what we're working
And
with.
the Irishman has got to love the color.
The green. So
It's the green. It's
can't go
bordering.
wrong
It's
with
not emerald green. It's more like a woodland green.
It's like a forest kind of green thing, So there you go.
What are you sipping on tonight? I got a little Jack Black this evening to start with.
I have coffee because I got to work tomorrow. So.
That's right. You got to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
Give me the
Cheers.
tink. Man. Where you at?
Tink.
Tink. Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you. All right, boys and girls. So let's get started. Let's see who's in the chat. Oh, now check this out, my man. Here are my last few streams, Dan. He hasn't made it first, and I think he was getting a little disturbed by it. Our friend that we know very well by this name.
There are some who call me Tim.
Tim?
That's right. Tim was here at 2:12 this afternoon.
Tim was here at midnight.
Tim was here early.
I don't know what kind of stuff he's doing, but he's with us and he's making sure.
And also, it's low spec in the house. What's going on, Penguin Man? What's going on? It's good to see you, bro. All right, look, boss, take it easy.
Yo.
He won't even let me talk to you during the friggin', lead in, man.
He's hardcore, man. It's about keeping things moving, don't you know?
Dude, it's crazy. But you know what's up? Look at this. Look at this. Courtney's Fellowship of Oddballs. Our good friend Courtney is here. It's good to see you, girl. Good to see you. Yeah, we got to start with the stuff that we gotta cover that stuff that it's not too fun to cover, but we got to keep you aware of it, guys. Got to keep you aware of what's going on. It's the top of the heap.
Eject!
Fire on the flight deck.
This business will get out of control. It'll get out of control and we'll be lucky to live through it.
So much death. What can men do against such reckless hate?
What can men do against such?
What can they? What can they do? Yeah, that's right.
They can drink beer, whiskey.
Listen to you, man. You're out of your mind. Hang on one second. I actually had to click into something real quick to get this ready to go.
What?
Yes, man.
Did it?
All that work we did to be on time and all that good stuff. And of course, one of the most important ones I forget to put up. But I've got it right here. If they didn't have all these pop-ups, we'd already have it up. Okay, so boys and girls, you know what we cover first? It's that conflict going on the other side of the globe. We got to let you know what's going on with the Ukraine. War. Russians shelling kills 3 in Kherson region as road crash in west leaves 14 dead. 2 bodies recovered from rubble of southern house while collision of oil truck and minibus in western Rivendell region leaves several survivors and what we know on day 865. I think that's the number we need to remember here, folks.
865.
865.
A
This stuff
long
has been
time
going on for
dude. Long
well
time
over
going.
2 years now. And you know, if the Afghanistan incursion taught us anything, they're going to stay in it.
Well,
They're
yeah,
going to stay in it for a while.
Right? I mean, they're not even. I don't hear any serious talks of trying to find common ground to cease
Well,
fire.
I did see something. I did see something this week that, God, I wish I'd have grabbed that. Somebody is heading over there for some kind of peace talks.
Oh yeah,
And,
Biden is.
No, it's not Biden. It's
He's gonna go hang out.
It's somebody from the EU. It's somebody
Biden's
from
gonna go hang out, and him and Hunter are gonna go. Check on their business.
Checking their business interests. See how the hookers and blow are going.
Yeah. Dude. Okay. So gotta make sure the money's right.
I hear you. Well, in the meantime, a massive fire on a Russian warship was set by a saboteur fighting against his own country, the Ukraine said. Ukraine's military intelligence said that a saboteur was responsible for damage to a Russian ship. The Serpukov was set ablaze in April, damaging much of its interior, officials said.
Serpico set the fire. He was a cook on the ship.
Excuse me, I had a frog in my throat.
Check that out.
Wow, that's from hanging out with you with your sinus stuff. Also, Danny found this one today. Russia declares state of emergency in oh my God.
Yes,
huge tracts of land.
Get it out, bro. Don't even think about it.
Region after Ukraine drone strike.
Right.
What can you tell me about this one, Daniel? What?
Well, it is what it is,
that's
right?
A pretty big blast for a drone. Good Lord.
Big hit, right? So there you go. Yeah, they're under a state of emergency now.
That's crazy.
Look,
well,
I mean,
know what?
Drones can do all kinds of damage. I mean, they can strike just depending on the range of the drone.
Yeah.
You can strike anything. So,
yep.
It only takes one hit. Look at that. Oh, there you go.
Oh no, E. Clay Thomas has watched. He's listened to too much Cheech and Chong, just like you and me, dude. Dave, it's me, man.
Right.
I got the stuff. Open up,
Dave. Hi. Dave's not here.
Right. Okay, so let's see. But you know what? All this war in the Ukraine, guess who it's good for? Apparently, it's
arms dealers. Arms manufacturers.
The Russian banks.
There you go.
Russia's war-driven economy is so hot that the World Bank upgraded it to a high-income country.
Hot.
Wow, dude.
Have you seen the amount of lost lives, soldiers the Russians have incurred? Man, it's like tens and hundreds of thousands, and they just keep sending guys up to the front lines, and I mean, they're going through their people like crazy. So that tells you right there what the mindset of the leadership over there.
I hear you.
Okay,
yeah,
it's more crazy. People up there.
It says Russian economy boosted by the military activity is now classified as high income by the World Bank. Russia's GDP grew 3.6% in 2023, with trade and financial sectors rebounding. And the World Bank also upgraded Bulgaria and Palua. I don't even know where Palua is.
War is big business.
While the West Bank and Gaza were downgraded.
Wow. War is big business, dude.
Yeah,
it is. People make a lot of money.
Yeah. Well, you know what I think of all that. I've been saying it from the start. That's a friggin' money laundering operation, man. It's an endless cycle. And yeah, Raytheon's raking in all kinds of bucks every time we send aid to those guys. Because when you see that aid number, we're not sending them dollars. What we're doing is sending them arms and munitions, and that's the dollar amount put on it.
Yes.
So a lot of these guys, oh my gosh, a lot of people that are working in that industry are making a lot of money right now.
Well, yeah, and it's the money and the power people are making the killing on it, and it's the little guys that are getting killed. And
yes. Yeah, it's crazy.
What's the incentive to stop the war? Nothing for the people in power. They
no.
love it.
No. But it's making them money hand over fist, right? Yeah. Also, in the Israel war with Gaza, Israeli strike kills another senior Hezbollah commander as diplomats scramble for calm in Lebanon. So they apparently got one of the big guys. This guy's name is
Cut off the head of one and two will
right. They're Hydra,
fly. Yeah.
right? What is this guy's name? Right. An Israeli strike in southern Lebanon on Wednesday killed a senior Hezbollah commander. That's nice. Where's the guy's name?
Could be
Coastal
just
city of Tyre was hit, apparently. I guess they don't want to give up his name. Go check out the article, guys. It's on.
Just throw a picture up, and then they say leaders killed, and
yeah,
fact checking anyway. Nobody.
Could be the wag the dog situation right there.
It's always that way, dude. Always. I mean, come on.
Yikes. Well, you know what the news was this week. I mean, every time I turn on the TV set, I have several headlines here I'll show you. But yeah, it's all about here in the States. Camp David, Biden's family is blaming his top aides and urging him to not end his run after a bad debate. Got another one here. Biden's debate performance raises alarms in Israel. Apparently, they're worried about what he's doing. And that's, I mean, that's how bad his performance was in this debate. He just at
that's
times
if you believe what's being written in these headlines and these stories. If you believe
true.
that.
Now, this is
Joe Biden is right where people in power want him to be.
This is true. This is true.
I mean, come on. Let's just cut through all the bullshit. This is the guy that they, people in power want to be president.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they can tell him what to do and he'll do it.
Absolutely.
Look, there's a lot of rumor about Gavin Newsom, Kamala Harris, about the upcoming convention. They're gonna vote somebody else in. Look, that's what they're gonna have to do, because I can tell you right now, Joe Biden is not giving up that office. They're gonna have to drag him out of there kicking and screaming, because he wants to stay in there so he can pardon his son. Even if he loses the election, he wants to be there so he can pardon his son, because that's one of the things he's going to be able to do before he gets
screaming
out.
Or mumbling and shitting himself. Either way,
you understand what I'm saying. You get where I'm going with that. Yeah. He's not stepping aside. That's for sure.
Not stepping aside. I mean, come on, man. No.
That's for sure. That's for sure.
No.
Okay. Well, the other guy that was in that debate, as Charlie Sheen likes to say, he just keeps on winning. All over the place. This week, the Supreme Court sends Trump case back to lower court, giving former president limited immunity. The order applies not just to actions taken by Trump, but to any past, current, or future presidents. And the left side of the aisle is all up in arms about this. As a matter of fact, you want to see a misleading headline. Okay, here's one right here. Supreme Court gives Joe Biden the legal okay to assassinate Donald Trump. That's what the Huffington Post printed. That's a headline, an actual headline they printed. But what they're talking about here is specifically they're talking about Sotomayor's opposition statement, where she said, where is it? I've got it here.
Where is it?
Here it is. Here it is right here. This is what she said in her opposition statement. This is a quote from it. Orders the Navy SEALs Team 6 to assassinate a political rival, immune. Organizes a military coup to hold on to power, immune. Takes a bribe in exchange for a pardon, immune. It's something she wrote in her opposition statement. But if you read their actual judgment, it says limited immunity. Okay, it's
number one. I have little faith in the Supreme Court anymore. It's obviously that most, if not all, on that court are bought and paid for. So, and that's our court. They're supposed to represent us, we the people.
Yeah,
they give a fuck less about us. Really, honestly, and Trump, and if that was Biden, if that could be anybody in power, they would get pardoned, they would get leniency, and legalese would be used to let them off the hook. I mean, that happens. And people, it doesn't matter what side of the fucking aisle it is. They're all together anyway. Stop fighting amongst each other. I mean, they're laughing at us, people, laughing in our faces.
Do I need to show this again, Dan? Do I need to show this again? Do I need to show it again? Do I need to educate the public?
I mean, we need to have that up 24/7 around the world, because if you just leave people alone that are just trying to take care of their families and live their life, we can all get along.
Yeah.
But no, we're all taught to hate each other along every freaking demographic. And that's intentional. People wake up.
Yeah.
Okay. They're making you think these things.
Yeah.
Because
it's
don't
dumb.
know any better.
It's dumb. And you know what? You always talk about we're like one step away and we may already be there to idiocracy. And
well, they're already. Look at our education. We're going to talk about that later.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah. Well, I tell you what, that definitely didn't do anything good for Joe Biden as far as the polling results from that debate. Joe Biden gets bad news from America's most accurate pollster, and that would be Atlas Intel, which was named the most accurate polling group in the 2020 presidential election. Let's see, found that Trump was had a 5-point lead over Biden, 45.5% to 40.3%, with just over 4 months to go to the November's rematch. So yeah, it didn't do good for his polling numbers, but you see how close that is, though, guys. It's pretty close.
And in 2 weeks, people will look at the other shiny object and they won't even remember that.
Right. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I've said several times, it don't matter what's going on right now. What matters is what's happens in the next couple of months. I mean, how many times, Dan, have we seen guys that had it locked up, right? I can't remember that dude that was, I think he was running.
Well, the guy was running for the governor of Texas. He said, if rape is like bad weather, if you can't do anything about it, just sit back and enjoy it. He was way out in front. He said he was gone the next day.
How about your boy?
That's all he had to do.
All he did was get excited. And
Torpedoed. That was it for him.
He was going to win the Democratic nomination in a walk.
Yeah.
And it's all
done.
But there was another guy, a really good-looking, rock star-looking dude that was running for the Democrats. You remember he had some kind of sex scandal, and he got dumped too.
Was it Hart?
Yeah, Hart. That's it. Yeah, Gary Hart. That's his name. Yes. Totally roasted. I mean, look, man, you can have some bad things come out in the next few months and just totally torpedo you. No doubt. But what sucks, people, is we're still stuck with this. We're still stuck with it. This is what we've got to look forward to. And it's horrible. I mean, my gosh, man, what the fuck? We can't get any young people to go up there because it's so corrupt. They don't want to be involved in it. It's just horrible.
And the people in power don't want anybody up there. They don't want to disrupt the status quo.
Yeah. That sucks. All righty, guys. To finish up our top of the heap tonight, we've got one heck of a storm that is riding its way through the Gulf right now. It is called Beryl. And let's see, Hurricane Beryl morphs into record-breaking Cat 5 storm as it barrels through the Caribbean. It hit Jamaica. After killing 6 people in the Southeast Caribbean, and it kills 2 in Jamaica and cuts a path of destruction as Mexico prepares for impact. Of course, we already know it's hit Mexico, and now it's barreling towards Houston, boys and girls. It's back in the Gulf, regaining its power, but it's low right now. But if we've seen them lose some of their power and then gain it right before they hit.
Dude, it didn't even hit Mexico.
Believe it hit the
Guatemala and put it out in the Gulf.
It hit
Cancun?
the peninsula, buddy. It did. It did hit the peninsula down there. Yeah,
Okay.
it did. It did. So you see that finger peninsula right there with Cancun on the end of it? Yeah, it slammed into that, dude. Yeah. But anyway, it looks like it's going to be headed up towards Houston. And if you look at that picture right there, um, the west, if it makes landfall right close to Houston, then everything all the way over to eastern Louisiana,
Well,
southeast
yeah.
Louisiana is
If
going
you
to
look
get
at the track of that storm, it's already spinning up northeast, and it's going to hit Houston and spin up right across state of Louisiana. And
Yep.
yeah, well,
Yep.
there you go.
My
Same old
wife, who
feeling.
works for a power company and answers calls in the Houston area, has already been told that tomorrow she's working 12-hour shifts for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
So say a prayer for those folks.
Yep.
All of those down in Jamaica that's affected, the Caribbean, and all that good stuff. Say your prayers for those folks because they're going to need it. Ariel says, "You suckers and your hurricanes." Yeah, well, hey, we worry about hurricanes down here in South Louisiana. Sorry, we worry about that. I mean, I won't see much of it because I'm in the northeastern part of the state, but we'll get a lot of rain.
You
And
get
we can get
storms and stuff like that. So
we can get some heavy winds. That's for sure.
But yeah, I
Okay.
mean, it's a yearly thing. I mean, the people that live down in that area, in that region, they know that's coming. I mean,
Yep.
And they still choose to live there, which is, hey, cool.
What's funny is they knew this was going to be a bad season. Rhonda's been telling me that her job has told her to expect a lot of overtime this summer because they said it was going to be starting up early. And sure enough, this is a Cat 5 hurricane. It's the earliest recorded Cat 5 hurricane in history. We've never had one
all
this
the way back
early.
to the caveman days?
All the way back to the caveman. No, since they've been recording it. Now, I don't know how long they've been recording it, but
1970s? Cool.
it's 1970s.
Come on, man.
The last 50
Love it
years.
when they say, it's the first one, really?
Yeah.
Hey, you've been around the earth the whole time, huh? No.
Well, it's like California with earthquakes. I mean, we live on a fault line, and people still get surprised when one hits. Yeah, right. Yeah,
It's a generational.
exactly. We know it's coming.
Earthquakes? Nobody told me that.
What? What is that all about?
Yeah.
All right, boss, relax, man. Damn.
Yo, 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 yo.
He say, yo, 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 yo. It's time for the jock strap, boys and girls.
The jerk strap. Oh,
I should change this. I should really change this to tumbleweeds right now for the next couple of months, though, shouldn't I, Dan? I mean,
we're into the baseball season, and everybody else has done their playoffs.
right.
Football's around the corner, so it's all about baseball right now.
Yeah. And that's something that I don't really follow. And Christian is here. What's going on, man? Good to see you. Yeah, I've only got a couple of stories in here tonight, guys. The first one being, this one, I'm kind of torn, Dan. I'm kind of torn about this one right here.
What's up?
Because I love the Big 12.
Oh yeah, welcome to the deep water.
I know that we're going to get better because of this, but I'm not looking forward to this at all.
Some teams
new
come
era of
do
the
not
SEC
get better.
begins as Texas and Oklahoma officially join the league. Is that what it's called? No, it's a conference. Who writes this? I would like to know who writes this. I really would.
It is semi-pro. This is the NFL's version of.
I mean, you've got college, you got the NCAA, then you have the semi-pro level, which is called the Southeastern Conference of the NCAA.
You think about the Big 12 teams that have joined the SEC, and only one has done well, and that's Missouri. The rest of them have just floundered.
And if I remember correctly, Missouri was in the championship game within 2 years, wasn't it?
Yeah, they're right up
After
there.
moving.
They've been there, I think, a couple times. They got
Wasn't Chase Daniels playing for them then?
Chase Daniels was there, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he was.
Probably
but the rest of them have just floundered. So welcome to the deep water there, Oklahoma.
Well, I don't think Texas and Oklahoma are going to flounder. They're going to get beat up the first year because they're not ready for this level of competition. I don't think, but I think they'll get better and they'll be competitive in it. So hey, But I just hate the fact that, well, we've documented it, man. They're trying to lean this towards super conferences. We're going to have the how many teams is it? 12 or 10 in the playoff this year, Dan?
Who knows? 12, whatever. SEC will win. Anyway, you got a couple of California teams. The old Pac-12 was history, so a couple of California teams and SMU have joined what? The ACC.
Really?
Atlantic Coast Conference. I mean, come on. How ridiculous is that?
They're moving these things to super conferences is what they're doing.
These California teams have got to travel all the way out to the East Coast to play all those East Coast teams.
That makes no sense.
It makes no sense.
Let's see. Whatever. Tim says jockstrap. That is a bad name for a Frenchman. Jockstrap. He says
jockstrap.
This jockstrap. 69. He says
my French sucks, man. Sorry about
but,
that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching Oklahoma, and what I'm looking forward to the NCAA though, and I've been saying this for a long time. They've got enough bowl games. They should have a deeper playoff system, and now they're doing it finally. They're going to have I'm pretty sure it's a 12-team playoff. And
they're going to open it up. I mean,
that should be
so
fun.
Much money to grab there. The only thing that logistically they have to work out, because you have a shit ton of bowl games, and everybody's going to want to be part of that. So you've got to manipulate it to the lower tier bowl games, have some games, and then your jewels, your Rose Bowls, Orange Bowls, Cotton Bowls. They're going to get the championship. Fiesta Bowl. I don't know how the fuck the Fiesta Bowl became so big so quick, but
me either. That's so crazy. Well, it probably has everything. It's all money. You just follow the money. It probably when they built that stadium in Arizona, that's what they wanted to do. Just like they have a bunch of stuff college-wise at Jerry's World now, right? Yeah. They got huge games in there now.
Huge.
Excellent.
Let's see. A sensational headline the other day.
Blackjack Salawak. What is he talking about?
I don't know. I saw a sensational headline about Jerry Jones the other day about it's rumored that he may be selling the Dallas Cowboys to a Saudi Arabia group.
I didn't even click on that, Daniel. That is nothing but clickbait.
Saudi Cowboys.
You know better than that, dude. I would laugh my ass off if they sold that team to a Saudi Arabian front. That would be hilarious. Man.
There we go.
That would be funny. Okay, the only other thing I could find for sports this week, because my brother watches baseball, but all he's going to tell you is how the Boston Red Sox are doing. That's all.
Sox got their ass kicked. They've been hot 2-7-3 last 10. They got their ass kicked yesterday by the Yanks.
I was watching some of that yesterday. Yeah. They got fucking beat down. That pitcher wasn't doing worth a shit start of the game either. Oy, God. I was like, what?
And Chris Sale that we let go to Atlanta, he's in the All-Star game this year.
Of course. Of course.
I cannot blame the Red Sox for letting him go, because for the last 3 years, injury.
Mm-hmm.
Get some trade.
Ariel says move them to Saudi and change their colors to green and white.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, you got a thumbs up on that one, Dan.
Get him out of here. That's what's up.
Tim says the Fiesta Bowl has been around since 1971. Has it really? Well, they must have poured some money into that game.
They must have, because it wasn't until the late 90s when the Fiesta Bowl started, carrying the national bowl game. I mean, I never even heard of the Fiesta Bowl, but they're big now. So
I can tell you this. The most famous Fiesta Bowl game I ever watched. I actually turned it off, and my brother called me and said, "You got to turn that game back on." I said, "What?" Because we were getting crushed by Boise State, and I wasn't about to watch that. Right? He goes, "No, you got to turn it back on, man. They're coming back." I said, "What?" And sure enough, they come all the way back. I think it got to overtime, didn't it, Dan?
I don't know. I know
the play that won the game is the oldest fucking play in football. It's the oldest trick play in football, and they got fooled by it and lost.
So cool.
The fucking Statue of Liberty play.
Statue of Liberty, bro.
Run to perfection, by the way. It totally fooled me. That guy went in, it's basically like a jet sweep, folks. It looks like he's throwing, but he puts the ball behind his back, and a wide receiver running from the other side grabs it behind his back and runs. And it was just, wow, unbelievable.
The Broncos were serious underdogs in that daggone game.
Yeah, they were.
Oklahoma Sooners
was supposed to crush them, and it didn't happen. Yes.
Joseph.
Yep. Let's see. Knox says, "Wait, we talking about Boise win in Fiesta?" Yeah. He's a big
Yeah,
Boise.
buddy.
He's a big Boise State Smurf turf fan right
Smurf
there.
turf. Yeah.
Yeah,
Boise
he loves the
Blue.
Broncos. Yes. It was. They got punked. My beloved Sooners got punked in that game. But anyway, to finish up the jockstrap, we got to talk about LeBron James using his nepotism to get his son drafted to the Lakers. Dude.
I really
And
don't
Riddick and the Riddick hiring. What?
Yeah, I don't. Look, I don't know. I don't follow basketball that much anymore. What I've seen about this a ridiculous name, Bronny, whatever. He was not very good in college, and
he
a
got
lot
drafted.
of pro scouts didn't even bother looking at him because he was garbage. But the Lakers are drafting him. They're going to be able to keep LeBron James. They're going to sell seats, sell tickets, and there you go.
Oh yeah, they're obviously become the NBA's Dallas Cowboys. They're more worried about selling jerseys than winning championships. Knox says, "I remember watching that game." He's talking about the Fiesta Bowl that year. It was freaking insane. The final drive to tie, it was insane too.
It was a great game.
That's what it was.
Great game.
That's what it was. They were down by one.
Mm-hmm.
They were down by one. They could have tied it with an extra point, and they said, "Fuck it, we're going to win it right here." And that's when they ran the Statue of Liberty play. Yeah, that was a gutsy call.
Real quick, by the way, the Boston Celtics are up on the sales blotter too. Saw that headline the other day.
Yes, I did see that.
Win the championship and sell why it's hot.
Ooh, man, and I tell you what. That's have you seen how much these franchises are going for now? They're going to pay through the nose for the Celtics, man.
Celtics, man.
They are. Ariel says, didn't like no one wanting him? Yeah, like nobody wanting him.
The Lakers didn't have to fight anybody to get that kid.
LeBron, it's obvious over his career, has only gone to places where he can pull the strings.
Mm-hmm.
I think the last. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
JJ Riddick is the head coach.
Yeah. Who is this? Who is this guy?
I mean, he was a player in the NBA level. So I mean, but as far as coaching bones, I don't know what he's done to be able to land the freaking Laker job. But there you go, he got it now.
But anyway, that's it for the jockstrap this week, boys and girls. And if I had some more to show you, I would. But I don't really cover baseball until we get into late August, because so much can happen in that. The leads change in those divisions so quickly.
Yep.
There's a lot of games, so I don't really start paying attention to it till the end of August and into September.
The East is the Orioles are up in first, and then you got the Yanks, and then you got the Red Sox pulling up third.
Yep.
So,
or has dirt on people? Yeah, he has dirt on people probably. It was in OT. Think Peterson ran an easy 25-yard touchdown, and Boise didn't want to continue overtime, so they went for two. Yeah, okay, so they made it to OT, but I do remember they could have tied the game with an extra point, and they said, fuck it, we're going to win it right here. Yeah, I do remember that.
The main point here is Boise State won. Boise
State did win the game. And from what I hear, I mean, I didn't see all of it.
The Fiesta Bowl.
When we were down 21-0 in the first fucking quarter, I turned it off. And so, Danny.
It was a great game. It was one of the greatest games I've seen in college football. It was a really great game. Yep.
The Olympics starts in a few weeks. Oh, yeah. And we'll be all over that. Don't worry. We're
going to cover the breakdancing in its entirety.
Right. We're going to have clips and everything of the breakdancing. No problem. Flag football, too. Got flag football this year.
Is flag football up?
Yeah. The U.S. team got beat not too long ago. I should have grabbed one on that. I can't remember who beat them, but they got beat by 2 points by somebody. I couldn't believe that American flag football team got beat. I don't know who beat them. You guys out there, let me know in the chat.
We got some Canadian fans on here too. Canada hasn't won the freaking Stanley Cup in like 31 years or something like that.
Yeah,
that's their freaking sport.
I know. It's been taken over by the U.S. What can we say? Tim says you can't have clips or the IOC will shut you down. Okay, no problem. I won't show any clips then. Fine. It was Japan, I think. Was it Japan that beat us?
Japan flag football. Gotcha.
Beat us on flag football. Okay. I guess we couldn't catch those small little guys. I don't know. I guess.
Well, their flags are way down on the ground, you know.
Right? What the hell?
We're way up here.
All right. Pause.
Yo.
Oh,
He says it's time for the flicks, man.
come on. Luke is embarrassing, dude. Every time I see this clip, man, it's just embarrassing. He's literally standing there waiting for Darth to cut his freaking hand off. Then you got the golden diaper right there. Oh,
The golden diaper.
come on.
Crack me up with that shit.
Stop with the freaking.
Oh, man.
I mean, he doesn't even try to move. He's just whack. Oh,
Let me see here.
can't believe he did it.
He says, Joe, wow. What did I say?
Wow.
They're short old
bro.
dudes. What can I say, man? Japanese. Okay, so we got to start with the box office this week. And this is just a projection, guys. Looks like over the 3-day stretch. Now, this is just the 3-day stretch now. From the 5th to the 7th. Looks like Despicable Me is going to be number one with $75 million. And, but that, look, altogether, it's made $122 million domestically. And we'll talk about that here in a second. They had an extended weekend because the 4th was on Thursday. So, you know, but these numbers are just for the 5th through the 7th. Then Inside Out with 30 million. A Quiet Place Day One with 21 million. Maxine comes in with 6 million, and Bad Boys Ride or Die is in here at number 5 with 6 million. Guess what you don't see in there in its second week? Horizon, Chapter 1.
I don't know.
Wow. Just wow.
That's the Costner thing?
Yeah, it is.
Well, we talked about it earlier. You know, the culture is you can't stay focused for 5 minutes, and then, you know, we're pretty dumb as a populace anymore. So nobody's going to go see a movie with depth, and it's going to last a long time. They'd rather go see. Look, the numbers bear out. They'd rather go see a cartoon.
Yeah. They actually, you know, everybody I trust as far as reviewers go say it's a good movie, but he should have made it a television show. This is what they're saying. But let's see. Ariel says, can't believe you're showing Mark Hamill with his recent take on Biden. I separate the art from the artist, young lady. If I didn't listen to music or watch movies, those two things by people that I don't agree with, I'd never watch anything.
What did he say? I'm interested now.
I don't know what he said, but
he said it about Biden.
Yeah, he's I don't know.
Womp womp. There you go. Okay.
But guys, we've been trying to predict what the at least on State of the Atmosphere, we've been trying to predict what the first $1 billion movie would be.
I don't do predictions.
And Danny doesn't do predictions. He's like Missouri. You got to show him. But I had been saying it was either going to be the Joker or Wolverine and Deadpool, right? Wow, was I off base? Record. This is a record. Inside Out 2, the cartoon, made $1.2 billion. It made $1 billion in 19 days, Dan. Less than 3 weeks. This thing right here. And Despicable Me, at the clip it's going, may end up surpassing it. That the kids, you know, as much as things change and all that good stuff, guess what? The kids still dig cartoons, man. And their parents will take them in droves to see it.
Well, we have a lot of adults going to see these cartoons too, man. You know, We've got a couple generations of, look, our educational system sucks. You know, we're putting out some ill-prepared people, very simplistic people. We can't focus on anything, you know, and our feelings and stress and So go see a cartoon, man. Look at all the money.
Oh man! Speaking of that, since we're in the segment that is the flicks, I could speak about this. Have you seen Axel F, Dan? Beverly Hills Cop 4?
No, have no interest. No interest.
It's the member berries, man. The jangling of the keys. They show you all the guys from the other movies and all that good stuff. But when it comes to new story, it's all about feelings and stuff like that. And you know, how you should speak to the sexes and stuff like that.
Look, the original movie was not about that. I mean,
no,
he was in your face with a lot of shit that was
a lot of shit, a lot of bad shit. Yeah.
You know, hey,
the opening scene, they're talking
funny.
about racism.
Yeah,
the opening
funny.
scene of it at a Detroit Wings hockey game, dude. Just, it's dumb. Let's see. Despicable Me 4 may not be far behind too. Yeah, we're fixing to talk about that. Ariel says, well, have to remember that kids' movies are for everyone. Yes, they are. Not all movies are like that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I tried to watch it. It's not that great. He didn't even do the laugh. That's what I was about to say. The donkey laugh, the trademark of fucking, Axel Foley. No, it's nowhere in the movie. He never does the laugh, dude.
It's a money grab.
Never.
So there you go. It's a money grab. He can't do his humor anymore. His humor, you can't do.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry,
it's got some good action pieces in it, though. Kevin Bacon's in it. It's all right. But, yeah, I never got the feeling that, we were going to have something great there. Despicable Me 4 tops July 4th holiday box office with a mighty $122 million. And our good friend John Das Wolfen says that this one's going to outdo Inside Out. Well,
Das Wolfen.
At this clip, it's not going to, because Das Wolfen, I hate to remind you, Inside Out made $154 million its first weekend. I mean, it was something else, man. But we'll see. We'll see what edges out. I know that the Minions are beloved characters, so. You never know. You never know. It might make it. Let's see what we got next on here. Yeah, we got to talk about my guy. I hate to be covering this one because I'm a fan, and we just discussed it a second ago. Kevin Costner mortgaged his home and put $38 million of his own money into Horizon. Box office numbers suggest this was a terrible idea. Kevin Costner's new movie Horizon, An American Saga, Chapter 1 is out in theaters. Costner left Yellowstone and spent $38 million of his own money to make this movie. Critics were not kind to the movie, saying the movie felt more like a TV show. I hate it for this guy because I know you know this, Dan, because you're from this area. When Katrina happened, he did a lot of productions here. He made Mr. Brooks. He made The Guardian. He made several movies down here. Bought a house on Cross Lake. That's probably the one he sold to friggin' finance this thing. Mm-hmm. And from what I've heard, everybody says that this movie is good. But you know what? The most common thing I heard from the reviewers, they said there weren't many people there, and everybody that was there was old. They were all old people.
What does that tell you, man?
Yeah, it's
If
now
you made a cartoon, they'd want to go out and seen it.
Right. Cartoon Western, they'd have gone, huh?
Rocky Joe, yeah. Nobody wants to see any meat and potatoes, something with depth. And then this church shit not going to sit there for damn near 3 hours.
Yeah,
watch a movie.
Yeah.
I tell you now, if The Godfather came out today, it would bomb at the box office.
Do you think it would?
Yeah.
I don't know. Avatar's 3 hours long, and everybody went to see that when it came out, Dan.
It's like a freaking cartoon, man.
It is. Well, yeah, you're right.
I mean, come on. Yep. There's no depth there. It's look at it. It's so look at all these special effects, like a video game. Woo-hoo.
Yep. Wow. So is Costner that low on funds to mortgage his home? No, that's not what it is. He wanted to produce it himself so he could make it himself. This is a passion project of his that he's wanted to do forever.
He's done this before with Waterworld. And that thing
right. Waterworld cost him a lot of money back in the day. Yeah. Big time.
But that shows you he's going to do what he's passionate about. So, hey, rock on, man.
Yeah, you can't get mad at the guy. I love the dude. I think he makes great movies. One of my favorite Westerns ever, it's what I like to call a slow burn movie, is Open Range with him and Robert.
Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah, it's kind of a slow burn. It's a long movie, but boy, at the end of it, it's at a fever pitch, man.
Love that.
It's pretty cool.
Yep. A great movie.
Clay says, I thought it was funny that the bad cop was played by a guy named Kevin Bacon. Yeah, right. Dune 2 is 3 hours long. Yeah, and it was the top earner this year up until Inside Out 2 ran over it. That's for sure. Avatar 2 was a save the whale movie. Yeah, no doubt. Oppenheimer. Well, Oppenheimer. Now, come on, you can't say Oppenheimer, man, because trust me, if Barbie and Oppenheimer hadn't been a thing, the Barbenheimer thing, I think that really rode the wave of that whole phenomenon. I don't think Oppenheimer would have made what it did if it hadn't been for Barbie coming out at the same time and them equating the two together. So, and it was 3 hours long. You're right about that, Knock, for sure. Okay, so we are done. That's all I got in the flicks this week. So it is time to get to. I'm in the middle of doing the transition, boss.
Yo, 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 yo.
He says time for earthquakes, Dan.
Earthquakes.
Time for earthquakes. And I'm just going to say one more thing about Kevin Costner. The guy's movies rock. So you know what? I'm going to go see that before it gets out of the theaters. Damn it.
Yeah, I would definitely like to go see it. We'll see how it goes. On the weekends. If I had to work some weekends, this weekend I actually just unplugged, didn't do a whole lot of anything.
Right, but to keep it real, guys, you got to remember you're dealing with two old bastards right here.
No doubt.
So, we're part of the old guy crew. We're going to see it because we're old guys. No doubt.
Well, I like westerns. I'm a big fan of westerns, dude.
I am too. One of my favorite genres. And this came up in a lot of conversations too. They said, "Is the western dead?" And I'm like, "No, the western's not dead. They just don't make them anymore. They really don't. You don't see many westerns getting made."
I don't know. I mean, if you ask me, I think that the westerns are dead because they don't make them because nobody's interested in watching them. If it was a thing, they'd be doing more westerns.
Well, maybe it's because people get killed on the set. Maybe it's because people get killed on the set. Rust, Alec Baldwin.
That's just an idiot right there.
But no, everything goes in waves. There was a time there for a while they weren't making westerns in Hollywood, and then Silverado got made, and all of a sudden it came back.
The Renaissance,
it'll come back. It goes in waves. But right now, no, not many people are making them. But I don't think it's dead. Not by a long shot. Okay, so the first one we got in the flicks tonight. We might have to call this the blotter edition. I don't know, man. We got Diddy under criminal investigation by the feds.
Dude,
That's what one article says.
Got the attention of the feds. That's not good, man.
Got the feds. The other article says Sean Diddy Combs accused of sexual trafficking and sexual assault in lawsuit by former adult film actress.
They're coming out now. Coming out in droves now. They smell blood in the water, and I would not want to be that dude.
Oh yeah.
Everybody and their brother's going to try to get a piece of him now.
Ever since that footage came out with the chick getting drug all up and down the hallway at the hotel, that did not, dude. Yeah,
why wasn't he arrested then? I mean, they knew that happened.
Yep. Let's see. He says Bike Riders is good. Yeah. Okay.
I saw that movie. I liked it. It's a typical ending to that's a real story there, and those things don't ever end well. But it's got a great cast, great story, and I dug it. But it is definitely not a lighthearted, happy-go-lucky movie. So,
yep. By the way, I jumped the gun. We're still on flicks.
Apparently. The flicks.
You're still on the flicks. Let's see. We got Matthew Broderick. Matthew Perry's death bombshell. Second celebrity suspect of involvement amid investigation. Apparently, and these are nobody of consequence, but they're people that have actually been in projects with him. They're looking to maybe file charges on these people because of the ketamine that he was apparently overdosed on whenever he drowned in the hot tub.
You taking that anyway? Somebody, I mean, you don't get that you don't get prescribed that, do you? Right?
No, you don't.
For
ketamine?
No. Something like that?
No, not at all.
Yeah, so I mean, let the guy rest in peace already.
Right?
He was hell bent. It was going to be ketamine. There was going to be booze. It was going to be something.
Yeah,
the guy had demons and
big time addict. It was Sydney Sweeney. Tim says it was Sydney Sweeney. Nope, wasn't a girl. Nope. I thought this one was interesting. Being the 4th of July, actor Danny Trejo fights coward who allegedly hurled water balloon at him during the 4th of July parade.
How old is Danny Trejo?
Danny Trejo is 80 years old.
80,
80
years to achieve.
It took him 80 years to achieve. No, but what they're saying is that he didn't. The guy wasn't throwing it at him. It was throwing it at his custom car. And this is the footage of it right here. It's not very good.
I don't like it anymore.
But there he is right there being restrained. They are restraining him, trying to keep him from kicking this guy's butt for hitting his car with a water balloon.
He's 80. Whose ass is he going to kick at 80, man? Come on.
I don't know, man. I don't know whose ass he's going to kick.
I couldn't kick anybody's ass right now. I'm 57.
I couldn't kick anybody's ass right now either, dude. That's for sure.
My shoulder would probably go out,
Right.
80.
I thought this was neat. 4th of July movies to watch and celebrate Independence Day with. Now, they've got some of the usual suspects on here on 4th of July. Independence Day, right? They've got Spirit of 76, The Patriot, 1776. These are all decent movies. The Crossing. But I figured I'd give you guys my rundown of what I watched. Of course, Danny did too. He started with this one just like I did.
I always start 4th of July with The Patriot. Always.
Got to, man.
Yeah.
Got to.
What do you go after that, though? We always start with The Patriot and we end with Independence Day. So what is your middle ground?
My middle one, I just changed since the MCU started. It's Captain America, the First Avenger. I watched that one, bro.
We watched that. Kim said, why don't we watch that? I'm like,
Yep. It's the Captain, bro. It's never about the Captain. Ever.
I'll tell you the one that I like to, I had been watching for 3 years running is We Were Soldiers.
Yeah, We Were Soldiers is a good one. Rhonda wouldn't be into that, though. That's an all-out war movie, though.
Yeah.
But the thing I like about that one is they show what happens at home while they're gone, too.
Yeah.
I did like that about that one.
Yeah.
But this is what we wrap with, Independence Day.
Always with Independence Day.
I'll never forget when this movie came out. I went and saw it on the 2nd. It came out on July 2nd. And Independence Day was that Sunday, and I went back that Sunday just to hear the president's speech again. Because that has got to be one of the greatest
the Twin
speeches.
Towers are there, man.
Yep. Yeah, the Twin Towers are there and everything.
Yeah.
But it was made back in 2000 or 99, something like that.
It was in the 90s when they made that movie. Yeah.
But man, dude, you've got to see that friggin' speech every Independence Day.
Yeah.
No doubt about
Great.
it. Let's see. Eclay says at 80, he needs to pick his fights better. Yeah. Well, dude, if you know anything about them Hispanic fellas and their cars, man, they put a lot of money into them things. They get a little miffed when you start trying to scratch them, bro. They get a little mad about that.
With the water balloon, dude? Come on.
Yeah, with a water balloon. Started with The Patriot, then watched Kelly's Heroes and A Bridge Too Far. He was all into the fucking horror. He was all into the war movies for sure. No doubt. Yeah.
I dig the Kelly's Hero. That's a great movie. Donald Sutherland. That's Clint Eastwood. Bridge Too Far is a great movie as well. Yeah.
Donald Sutherland, the late great Donald Sutherland, as the hippie
negative waves
tank driver. The negative waves, man.
Negative waves.
Yep. Okay, so let's get to the earthquakes here. I've already played the graphic. Let's go ahead and get to it.
Get into it. Let's get into it.
Let's see. 5 bodies retrieved from Mount Everest as melting snow reveals highest peak turning into graveyard.
There's got to be an
estimated 300 bodies remain on Mount Everest.
There's got to be a lot of bodies up there, Mount Everest. I mean, every year people are trying to climb that mountain, and there's got to be a lot of bodies up there.
Well, it says with global warming, melting snow
and
revealing remains. Global warming.
Here we go.
Well, we're gonna talk about that a little bit before we get out of here.
Here we go.
Let's see what the next one is. Okay, this is a public service announcement, boys and girls. You know, I always like to bring you these so you can be abreast of the situation. FDA recalls over 13 ice cream brands for possible listeria contamination.
Isn't that a Def Leppard album?
Listeria?
Pretty sure it is.
Armageddon it.
Pretty sure it is, man. Oh, so sugar. Oh, good album, man.
I'm going to start quoting that to Jed. Negative waves, man.
Negative waves, man.
Let's see. Totally Cool A Maryland-based ice cream product manufacturer is issuing a recall of multiple ice cream products because of possible listeria
Sounds
contamination.
like totally uncool.
Now, the ones they're talking about is Chipwich, Marco, Jenny's ice cream sandwiches, Friendly's, Abelin's frozen bakery, Hershey's ice cream, Yellow, not to be confused with the color yellow. It's spelled with an H instead of a W. Cumberland Farms, Frozen Farmer, AMA Fruits, Taharka. I don't know what that is. Del Cesar,
Say what?
Gelato, and LaSalle. Danny just loves listening to me try to
Oh, I'm
pronounce
telling
shit.
you. I love when you go
But
on to those
anyway,
Irish where you
guys,
just got to read everything and just blah, 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 blah,
let's say blah
blah.
blah 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 blah. Here we go.
Why?
I'm going to put this into the chat real quick. Ice cream recall. I'm going to mark it, and you guys can check it out from stem to stern.
Stem to stern.
Yes. Control
The
V.
nuts and
And
bolts
boom.
of it all.
There you go. Let me check out the chat over on Rumble. I'm not seeing
Radio Portugal,
them.
real quick.
Not seeing them on Rumble, so I will go ahead and throw that in there too. Say what? Hey man, you got to watch both sides here.
I saw the quick subliminal post of your portrait there.
Check it out. He says, "I wonder if Jimmy Hoffa is up there talking about Everest."
He's up there. He's up there.
They just deposited him up there. How about this one, boys and girls? Woman discovers hidden camera in bathroom smoke detector. Gets her boss arrested.
Good for her.
I think what she did was there was a scan code on it. Yeah, Alyssa scanned the QR code on the camera, and the website confirmed it was a secret spy cam. Realizing the seriousness of the situation, Alyssa took immediate action.
Good
She
deal.
called the cops, and
Good deal.
he has
Deal.
11 counts of secretly filming
11
people.
counts.
Nice. What a deal.
What a dude.
These freaks, man. I don't know what
goes on in your head.
They can just get away with it.
I gotta get a camera and put it inside the smoke detector so I can check out the chicks in the bathroom.
So
What
I
a
can check
freaking
out.
nature.
Yeah, what is wrong with you,
Put
man?
them on a boat and just stick them out in the ocean.
I don't know if you've heard about this, but they have this thing called Pornhub. It's free, bro. Come on.
What?
Give me a break.
What is it? Jesus. Dump his ass up on Everest.
Right? Dump his ass up on Everest, right? Let's see. Archaeologists unearth a significant religious relic that depicts Moses receiving the Ten Commandments.
There you go.
Now this
Ark of the Covenant.
Yeah, here's the pictures of it. Archaeologists have discovered blah blah blah. It's just repeating that. It's got Christian motifs in hiding inside a marble shrine in an early church excavated in Austria is where they found it.
Austria.
Yeah. It's 1,500 years old. Shows Moses receiving the Ten Commandments from God on Mount Sinai.
Artwork in an Austrian church depicting Moses getting the Ten Commandments.
What'd you say, Dan?
Is this just an old church in Austria that had some artwork depicting Moses receiving the Ten Commandments?
No, this I think it's an ivory. It's some piece of ivory or something like that, dude.
But it sounds like it's still artwork. I mean,
it's it's a carving. Yeah,
okay,
yeah, for sure. Yeah, pretty interesting stuff, man.
Sure.
Let's see what's next here. Indian officials order investigation into deadly stampede. Search for religious leader as death toll hits 121 people.
Really sad, right? Because
it is.
You know, they were stampeded by cows, right?
No, it was them.
Oh shit!
Yes, at least 100 people killed in a stampede. Damn, Daniel, you fucked up.
Well, they see cows as sacred, right?
Right.
I'm like, why did they get stampeded by their own gods or something? I don't even know.
It happened in New Delhi, and
as opposed to Old Delhi.
Oh God!
So they throw each other in the ground. That's awesome, man. Golly, it's sad, dude. What caused the stampede?
Apparently, they're looking for the guy that organized the religious get together because of this. So, yeah, say a prayer for those folks. That's crazy.
Wow, that's terrible.
Let's see. At least 30 dead and more than 100 injured after multiple suicide bombings in Nigeria, sources say.
Yeah, that's got to be an organized
The
thing.
first attack on Saturday was carried out by a woman. They've got her name. I'm not even going to attempt it. The Emir of Gaza, and apparently it happened. It was a coordinated thing all over the country.
No doubt it was.
That's crazy. That is nuts.
Martyrs all over.
I've never understood suicide bombing, man.
Well,
I've never understood that.
No.
That's got to be people that are ready to cash it in just to, and just get paid and give the money to somebody else.
Well, at least they're promised whatever afterlife promises are made to them, and it's just people that are just down in their world, and they're willing to do that, hoping for better things when they pass on for themselves and their families. So
right,
there's no end to that martyrdom. They're all over the place,
Jeez. But Africa is the last place they need to be doing that shit. Good Lord. Okay. Yeah. This one right here, this one, I had to stand up and take notice because Danny and I could tell you the weather where we're at right now is normal for this time of year. Yes, we're hovering around 100. It's normal for this place.
Yeah, it's early yet.
Apparently on the coasts, and wait till you hear Danny's theory about this. But apparently on the coasts, sweltering temperatures persist as dangerous heat impacts west and east coasts. What was the record that I quoted in here, Dan?
I don't know.
Here it is. An all-time record-breaking temperature of 124 degrees has already been reported Friday in Palm Springs, California. 124 degrees, dude.
I refuse to believe that it's never been 124 degrees in Palm Springs in the history of the planet.
Right.
So every time I see that crap right there, I don't know, whatever. But that's hot, right? So whatever.
Right. But, it's pretty damn hot. It really is. And we're getting stuff on the East Coast that's 116, 115. I was taking notice of this stuff. It's very strange, dude. It's very strange.
Well, we think it's strange. It might be a natural cycle of this planet. You never know. We don't know. Yeah. It's a generational thing. So whatever.
Yeah.
Look, I'm telling you right now.
I was just about to say that, E. Clay. Palm Springs is close to a desert, no doubt. Yep. So, but yeah, man, tell them what you told me before we started. What's going on, dude?
California. I mean,
it's California.
Forest fires, earthquakes, and now you got this
upper East Coast, right?
Right. Look, there's a lot of freaks out there in California, man. The Lord's going, I've had enough of this. I'm just going to wipe these people out. That's what's going to happen.
Are you telling me it's a Sodom and Gomorrah?
I'm telling you,
here, bro. Is that what you're telling me?
We can't continue down this road without, guys going, goodness, man. Come, okay, fine. Whoa,
well, we got to take care of that. Okay,
I've had enough.
Well, you know what? One of my favorite earthquake going on today. It's in social media. It's
jeez,
dude. Yes, you can't say nothing either because you love this, bro. You love.
I like the meme. I didn't know anything about it.
The meme is awesome. It's awesome. It's my girl, the Hawk 2 girl. You know what I'm talking about, man. Yeah.
Every time. Oh, you gotta give him that Hawk 2. Hawk 2. Hawk 2.
Love it, dude. Love it. That is so awesome. But yeah, this girl, apparently, I've been doing some digging, and this girl is from a town in Tennessee that's only got 788 people. She never thought in a million years this would blow up like this. She was just having a good time with her friends on a Saturday night, and apparently there's a bunch of false shit running around about her. The Hawk 2 girl's job revelation has everyone asking, what is a spring factory? Well, it's a factory that produces springs, you bunch of morons. I mean, come on. But
it's a factory that creates the season spring.
But what was cool was the interview that she did. I thought this was pretty cool.
What were you doing for your job?
I worked in a spring factory. I'm not a school teacher.
Hang on
That
one
was
second.
my next question because
Or
everyone said
bartender.
This
that
ain't
you were a
That's
working.
teacher.
awesome. TikTok.
Yeah, you gotta love TikTok. I'll just show it here. Hang on. Let me make sure I've got it as big as I can
You
get
find
it.
a bigger hat to put on.
Yeah, she looks like she's from Texas, doesn't she? Here we go. Let's make sure the sound's on, and there you go.
What were you doing for your job?
I worked in a spring factory. I'm not a school teacher.
That was my next question because
Or
everyone said that
bartender.
you were a teacher and got fired from your job.
No, I'm not even old enough to be a teacher.
I was gonna say because you're 21. I'm like, this is illegal. Who
Exactly.
are you teaching?
Exactly.
So you weren't
No.
a teacher.
Or a bartender.
So
Either one.
And also, I've heard rumors that your dad is a preacher.
My father is so far from a preacher. It's crazy.
So
a
everything
little
has just been
offended.
made up.
Oh, yeah. Like, none of
Okay.
it's true at all.
Yeah, it's I just dig this chick because she's just out having a good time, man, and she's cashing in on it. Apparently, she's made like $68,000 on merchandise from it already, and
Impressive.
she's hired. She quit her job at the spring factory and has hired a manager, and she's going to try and cash in on this stuff. So,
okay.
hey, man, the Catch Me Outside girl is making money hand over fist, dude. She's a rapper now. The one that was on Dr. Phil. You never heard of this chick?
She's making money hand over fist.
Yes. Yes. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? Yeah. These people that end up going viral for something, man, they end up cashing in on it for sure. Damn, girl, put some clothes on.
I mean, the one chick was steady pulling down what little clothes she had on, you know.
Right.
Right,
Okay.
yeah, man.
What, boss? Would you relax, man? Stop. Why does this guy have to yell at me constantly, bro?
He wants to be heard, man. He wants to be
I don't know
heard.
why.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo, 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 yo.
It's just over and over again. Yo, 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 yo.
Yo, keep things moving, bro.
Well, man, it's time to talk about those boys and girls that we send to public office to speak for us and all that good stuff. It's all about America's best and brightest. There we go. You just love it, don't you?
Now, this guy
Yeah.
we're going to talk about was a hero, dude. I mean,
Yes, he was.
he's a
He was the
hero.
mayor of New York in one of its most turbulent times. 2001, I believe, was the year.
Hero, and
Rudy Giuliani disbarred in New York.
he's a whack job, dude. I mean, how far he's fallen, right? Because at one
Yeah.
point he was the face of the nation. He was the guy, the mayor of New York City. 9/11, stood his ground, and he really cleaned up that city beyond just 9/11. But
Yeah, Times Square.
yeah,
Times Square was a toilet before he got a hold of the mayor's seat. Yep.
but he's done some things. I mean, he got disbarred, and he's had some legal battles. So yeah, he's done some things that were just not very smart. And this guy at one point was a hero in this country. So yeah, this is your best and brightest on display right here. Time will tell, what happens to him moving forward. But yeah, that's night and day for him, right? So,
Yep. And the other one we've gotten best and brightest is our guy right here. No, that's in the wrong place. Sorry, guys.
that's in the wrong place, bro.
Wrong one. I just closed something I didn't want to close. Okay. This one right here, embattled Biden makes latest gaffe saying he's the first black woman to serve with a black president. This is, and Danny has a good point. They're kind of cherry picking with this.
They are, man. To be honest, you listen to that. If you listen to it
Or
without
fix
any
the play.
bias, you know what this guy's saying. So.
Yeah, but he jumbled the words to where it came out like that.
Because he's 80,000 years old, man. I mean,
yep. Here we go.
Well, he got elected. Why can't I get elected? By the way, I'm proud to be, as I said, the first vice president, first black woman to serve with a black president. I'm proud of the first black woman in the Supreme Court. There's just so much.
Yeah, it's obviously being cherry picked there, but he didn't need that gaffe after the way he showed up in the debate. That's for sure.
Well, anything he says is going to be picked at and, really pulled, apart with a fine-tooth comb. And, hey, this is what happens when he's an old guy. He's an old guy, and he's going to stumble, man. I mean, it is what it is. He should not be in that position, but people in power want him there. He's going to be – they're not going to pull him off of that candidacy. He's going to be the Democrat, representative, and he'll be running against Donald Trump.
Let me ask you something. Now that I'm thinking about it, what does that say about his wife?
What? She loves it.
Yeah, but she's the one putting him out there. She's the one that escorts him in and out of every one of these things.
Remember Hillary and Bill?
Oh, God, man.
Come on now.
Wow.
Take your rose-colored glasses off. Don't think she's better than anybody else.
Well, I don't think she is either. I'm just saying
he's running him out there because
horrible that she'd put
him out the game plan. She knows the game plan, and she's integral to the game plan.
Mm-hmm. Because he's got to have somebody that can handle him, right?
Yeah.
Yikes. That's craziness.
That's a different world they live in, Joe. It just is.
I know.
It's a different world. So you can't project your moral values and your feelings on that. They live in a totally different reality than we do.
Yep, for sure. All right. Let's see. Where is the one I was looking
Is she
for?
the mother? Is that Hunter Biden's mother too?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, for sure.
That's my dude right there.
That I know. That's your guy. I know that's your guy for sure.
He gets a thumbs up for me.
I know that. I'm looking for an article that I accidentally deleted, but that's okay.
That's what's up.
We'll get back around.
Endeavor to persevere. What article are you looking for?
Okay, here it is. I found it. Okay, good. I'm good to go. I am good to go. Publisher's website, Dan. Got to remember that button. Publisher's website. Yes. Okay, so boys and girls, that is it for best and brightest. That last guy I love. I can't remember that guy's name. The tall blonde dude. The one that was always the military officer. Stop that.
Stop that.
That guy. I can't remember his name, but I loved him. He was funny as shit. All right, boys and girls. I'm hearing word from the boss that you need to grab your chin strap.
Uh-oh.
You got to grab the pads. Got to suit up because it's time to turn out the lights.
Counterpunch. I have the utmost respect for going in there.
Counterpunch. I have the utmost respect for Kurt Warner for going in there.
Oh my God!
Warner, he would have made a different decision if he'd known that was going to happen to him.
If he knew that was coming, yeah.
He would. It's a bad throw on my part, but
thank you very much, Tim. It's Graham Chapman. That's the guy's name.
Stay right over here.
Yeah. Look, man, I've told you several times. I don't know how that man didn't leave the stadium in handcuffs. Probably because he was the home team. If they'd been playing that game in Arizona, they'd arrested him for assault. No doubt about it, bro.
Warner put himself in harm's way. He did. And then he tried to.
I don't know that there's a quarterback coach that wouldn't tell a quarterback, look, man, just get out of the way if you throw an interception. Just
Let me
do
tell you what. You never saw Tom Brady chasing anybody down.
No, I've never seen number 12 running nobody down.
He's like, I'll get him next time.
Fuck it. Get him next
right
time.
over here.
Right?
I'm not going to be a hero.
Go get me the ball, and I'll
make it up.
Right. Okay, my last word tonight.
I can get him.
My last word tonight, guys, is about the state of things in Louisiana. First of all, you folks down south, it looks like it's coming our way, so batten down the hatches. Beryl is on its way tropical storm Beryl to hit Texas coast as hurricane could bring heavy rains to Shreveport. Yeah, it'll bring heavy rains.
Shreveport's going to get heavy rains,
Got to
but
worry
you're not going
about
to see anything
is
in Bossier.
right there, right
won't
in
see
the
anything in
heel of
Bossier.
the boot.
You won't see anything in Bossier. See the headline? Heavy rain to Shreveport.
To Shreveport, yeah. Well, Bossier's protected by the Barksdale bubble, so hey, we'll be okay.
It'll go right around here.
It'll serpentine, Shell. Serpentine.
Bossier doesn't
Anyway,
need this.
also, I want to let you know what's going on with the state of things in our town. Now, I'm sure you've heard recently that our governor is making some controversial news.
Governor. The governor.
First of all, and this wasn't the governor. He just signed the bill. The legislature of Louisiana decided they wanted the 10 Commandments in every classroom. Now, me personally, I believe in the separation of church and state, but there's a thing called states' rights too.
There you go.
They can do what
you
they
go.
want. And if it's a public school, apparently we're going to be able to have the 10 Commandments. Well, here's some more of what he's working on with the schools, boys and girls. First of all, he's making it where Louisiana governor to sign bill that lets parents use tax money to pay for private schools. Wow.
That means your taxes are going to go up.
Yeah, right. That's yeah, right. That's something, but it's an interesting thing. I mean, you've heard about these voucher programs where you could sit there and take your kid out of the school system they're in and move them to somewhere else. This sounds like the same kind of thing. And this is something that, trust me, the teachers unions and stuff, they don't want none of this right here. They don't, that this is taking money out of their bread basket, if you understand what I'm saying. Also, now this one, I think they should have done a long time ago. Cell phones now banned in Louisiana schools.
Dig that.
Yeah.
Too much of that going on. I mean, this is your elementary school, middle school, and high school level. This is where you're building your foundation for your education. If you're not paying attention, you can miss just one day of not paying attention. You miss so much.
Yep.
And that's to me, that's a good move right there.
So yeah, we've had it fluctuates in Louisiana. I always say, if you don't, there's an old saying here: if you don't like the weather, just wait a few minutes, it'll change. But it's the same way politically. We've seen conservatives, we've seen liberals, we've had a liberal governor for a while now. Now we've got a conservative governor, and he's making moves, man. And the legislature's going with him. That's the thing. This is him signing bills. He's not vetoing these things. The legislature's sending these to him. Now, he's probably getting these started and getting votes put on them with different guys. I'd have to do a deep dive into it to look, but I like some of the movies he's making. Now, the 10 Commandments thing, me personally, I'm really big on separation of church and state. I think that I don't think that's a thing we need, but the cell phone move and the tax money to move your kid out of a school, if it's a failing school, you should be able to move your kid out of that school. You know what I mean?
Well, we need to look at these failing schools. I mean, look, every program that you have at the state, local, and federal level is going to cost taxpayer dollars. Yeah. And this is just another program that your taxpayer dollars are going to pay for. We need to look at these schools and get these schools corrected instead of building more schools and sending vouchers. And it's big business, right? So somebody's making money on that. You're not making it because it's coming out of your freaking pocket.
Yep.
But that goes back to what we were talking about pre-show. Our educational system is failing. And then, as parents, we're not doing the job as parents to make sure that our young people understand the importance of an education. And it's a failure across the board as far as our culture goes. Until we look at ourselves and take accountability across the board, our kids are still going to fail, and our educational system is going to fail. And on the global level, we're way behind now. We used to be out in front. Now we're way behind. So,
well, I'm a big believer in the fact, I mean, when you break it down and you start looking at that kind of level, Dan, I really think it has to do with the structure in the home. That's one of the biggest failures in the United States right now. Fatherless kids, that kind of thing. Kids need both parents. They
Yep.
definitely do. But the rate of people going to jail that don't have a father around is through the roof. So, not being accountable for your actions leads to some bad things. And that's where it starts, is in the home. So,
Yep. Always starts in the home.
all right, boys and girls, it is time for that award that my brother likes to give out every week. And apparently Apple likes what you're talking about. They just gave you a thumb up, bro. Either that or the word yup brought it up. You know what I'm saying, Mr. Special Effects?
Let's try it again. Yup.
Yup.
Yep. Nope.
Nope. Only going to do it every once.
Owl back here. I don't know.
Okay, it's time for the Simple Jack Award, boys and girls. It's that award that Danny likes to give out to a person, an organization, could be an entire government, could be the world itself. He gives it to one day.
The world itself.
But
man.
this week, boys and girls, it's the Russian
Here we go.
Bear edition.
Here we
You've seen
go.
this edition before.
The
The
Russian
Russian Bear
Bear
edition this week of the Simple Jack Award. And who's it going to? You might ask. Well, who do you think it's going to? Putin left humiliated after Russian warplanes drop nearly 40 deadly bombs in country's own territory. What the hell is going on here?
Well, yeah, and if you read the article, it goes on to say that the Russian military is not the least bit concerned about it either. What Russia has done is they've taken some old armaments that they have, and they figured out how to attach it to drones, and they drop these drones, and as the drones drop, then the wings deploy, and then they guide through a guidance system to a target maybe 40 to 70 miles beyond where the drop point was, right? So this is a new program that they've come up with. So we can use these old bombs, we can use these guided, these gliding drones to deliver arms, right? So in their testing phase, sometimes these things don't deploy, and they're deploying like 40 miles in front of the Ukrainian border. So they deploy and then they float into Ukraine and then they deliver the arms. Well, sometimes these things don't deploy and they just drop right on Russian towns, just blowing the shit out of them. And instead of saying, "Whoa,
two-phase system," the drop, then the guidance. The guidance isn't happening, so
no,
the drop continues.
The wings are not coming out. The drones drop, then the wings deploy, and then it's controlled by a guidance thing, and it just glides in. Well, the wings don't deploy, and they just go straight down.
Oh my God!
And instead of saying, "Whoa, wait a minute, let's do something else," they just keep on going and just blowing shit out of, their own people. They care less. They do going full retard on a global scale, and that's all I have to say about that.
Never go full retard.
Always. Russians don't care. They're throwing people up to the front lines. They're going through thousands and thousands. You look at the numbers. I heard it this morning. It's just crazy the amount of people that are getting killed on the Russian side, and they just keep running people up there, and then they're blowing their own shit up with these. They're trying to use the old arms, and they drop, the wings deploy, then they glide to the target. Well, the wings don't deploy, and they just go ram right down onto Russian territory, Russian towns, killing people. Oh, well, what are you gonna do? Can't make an omelet.
Well, that's because Putin
got my dillies on the pepper tank.
His dillies on the pepper side, dude.
Right. Hey, earlier we had that story about the banking system. They've been updating, high dollar.
Oh, they're making money.
Up again, Dan. They like what you're saying. You got
somebody likes it. So there you go. He's making money. He's killing his own people. He's thinning the herd. This is all win-win for him. There you go.
Thank God he's not going to live forever. That's all I can say.
He's going to live for a long time, dude.
Missed it by that much.
That much.
All right, boys and girls, that is it for this week. I hope you enjoyed the show. I want to thank you guys for showing up. I've got to grab something real quick, or my brother might shoot me. You just take it easy, bro. I know where to find my stuff. Okay, man. I have my stuff organized.
Live on the air, man.
What?
Don't do that live on the air.
No, I think I have the right thing here. Hang on. Let's see. Do I have the right thing? Let me see. Think I do. No, I don't. There it is. Hang on. I want to thank you guys for being here. Let me let you guys know what's going on with the channel. And first of all, I need to turn that down a little bit, don't I? Lord Almighty. I'm sure you guys can't hear it until I turn this on. But this is a piece. If I can find my mouse. God Almighty. Good Lord.
Professionalism at its finest.
Yeah. Production value at its finest, boys and girls. Okay. I forgot to open this up, Dan. Shit.
What?
Well, Dan, this is a new feature.
Impossible.
That's my ass. It's not my fault you're making music fucking 50 miles an hour and I can't keep up with it.
No way.
This is called Shifty Breeze. Don't mispronounce that because it could turn into something really gross.
Shitty breeze. Shitty Beatles.
Let me let you guys know what's going on with the channel before we get out of here. Of course, you know, I'm putting together a trailer on what we're doing during the week. So check this out. This is what's coming on Joe's Atmosphere's channel this week. And that's what's going on this week. Now, I do want to let you guys know some of the times for stuff that's not on my channel. You know, you can go check out my page, see what's going on there. Also, be sure to stop by JoesAtmosfere.com and my Subscribe Star page if you want to see stuff like this that's going on behind the scenes. We've got, let's see, I've got it right here. Yeah. You can check out how work on the comic book's going on Sketching the Privateer on Fridays at 1. Wanted to let you know I got the, if you follow me on Facebook or on X, you saw that we've put up the family portrait. It got framed, and it's looking pretty tight on my wall out there in the living room. Next time you come home, Dan, you'll see it. So check that out. Every Friday at 1. Also, I want to tell you some of the times for the shows that aren't on my channel. Of course, tomorrow morning at 10, we're going to be doing Soldier on Military Monday on Pop Culture Minefields channel. That's 10 a.m. And then 3 p.m. for Wrestling Monday Nitrous on Ryan Rogers Thay's channel. And then, of course, That 70s Rock Fans channel is at 4 o'clock when we're going to break down The Hitcher. I know you like that one too, Dan. That's a great movie right there with Rutger Hauer in it. So come check that out at 4 p.m. Central Time on That 70s Rock Fan. And one other plug I like to give out is one for our good friend Das Wolfen. He does Game Night with John every Friday at 8 p.m. Central Time. You'll find him and Knock and Jed on there every Friday at 8 p.m. as he's going through the Walking Dead Telltale series. So for myself, and there can be only one, the Hylunder, we want to thank you for being here. Let's check in on the chat one more time before we get out of here. Let's see. Ariel's talking about is he dropping them on possibly people that are questioning him? You know what? That could be the test area for these weapons. But what about the possibility of France and Poland going to war with Russia? Let's hope that doesn't happen. I really hope that doesn't happen. And of course, Ariel is letting us know what well, no, this is something else. Let's see. Yes, this is her tagline she likes to use, and I like to read it when she gets time to say it. Until next time, everyone, stay out of trouble or don't get caught. Yeah, it's hard for me. I have to do the don't get caught route. But anyway, boys and girls, we want to thank you for being here. Check out everything I told you about. And until we see you again, I want you guys to keep on keeping on. God bless.